The National Hot Rods are Britain's premier oval non-contact formula. Now these cars may be designed to look like your ordinary everyday hatchback. This one's a Peugeot 306, but they are nothing of the kind. These are very special beasts indeed. In fact, the only thing these cars have in common with their originals is the wheelbase and the profile. The rest of it is completely different. For example, the bodywork is all fiberglass and kevlar mix, which makes it very strong, and if they do have a crash, it's very easy to repair. But the big difference is under the bonnet. Right, as you can see, the differences are obvious. There's no chassis under here. Instead, what you've got is a steel space frame, which is incredibly light. You've also got these cars converted to rear-wheel drive, far easier to handle. But this beauty, this is no ordinary Peugeot engine. That's a twin-cam Vauxhall carburetor-fed engine, putting out well over 200 brake horsepower. So these cars are powerful, they're nimble, and they're quick. So let's see them in action.
Time, as they say, for something completely different. The NHRPA British Championship final for the NHRPA Hot Rods, and away we go into this final race. Somewhat quicker, Colin White from Glastonbury in the 718 car, and keep your eyes out for 994, rather hastily renumbered. That's Keith Martin driving one of Colin White's cars, because Keith Martin's own car blew its engine earlier on at this meeting. Still, up at the front, and you don't see many Volkswagen Corrados racing, is the Colin White car. Behind it is another one of Colin White's cars, driven by Keith Martin. Confused? Nah, it shouldn't be. It's all very straightforward. You'll see how it all pans out. 718 Colin White up at the front. Non-contact motorsport, slicks and wings here. And you can see that the marshals have done a very good job of clearing up the bodily fluids left by the bangers earlier on this afternoon. There's 160 and 260. Oh, bit of a coming together there into turn 3. From the two Peugeot drivers. Now, as you can see, Colin White has already started to not only open up his gap, but get into the back markers as well. I think that was 264 just being deposed there by the front-running Colin White. Keith Martin still in second position in 994. Bit of a gap there as they come through into turn 3 and turn 4. And straight away up into the back-marking slower cars as the field stretches out. Already a couple of cars dropped by the wayside. You can see how these cars do still get a little bit tail-happy as they come out of turns 2 and 4. And the Corrado comes through, undertakes the red, white and blue of the patriotic, the American flag number 22. Colin White getting it all very much his own way this afternoon in 718. Only his own car, driven by Keith Martin, renumbered as 994, putting him under any sort of pressure at the moment. John Stewart in 175. There he is in the green and white Peugeot, currently in third position. 22 is in fact a lap down by comparison. There's the front-running car again. It's very much a question of rhythmic driving in these cars. The straights are really and truly only extended parts of the corner. You set the car up for what is effectively oval racing, and you just drive it almost as though it was on a circular circuit. John Stewart now making fairly easy running through the back markers to join up with Keith Martin and Colin White. There he goes, just accelerating down the main back straight. Meanwhile, further down the order, there are some of the cars that we saw in last week's programme, just scrapping over the lesser positions and being well and truly cut up by the front runners. Now, where is the front-running Corrado of Colin White? There it goes, on what is now the 40th and final lap, just coming up against Mark Taricki in the 368 car. Is it going to be the win for Colin White? Yes, it is. A comfortable victory in the Corrado from second-place man Keith Martin in car 994, and John Stewart takes third in 175. So there's our race winner, Colin White from 718. And I think Darren's got Keith Martin on the back of the victory truck.
It's a second place, quite a hard race that one.
Quite a hard race for me, seeing I borrowed Colin's car. I'd like to say a very big thank you to him here, because we came a long way from Northern Ireland for to have an engine blow. It's very good of him to lend the car. Very pleased.
So you're well happy with that then?
Very, very pleased on a borrowed car. Hadn't even sat in it to the first race, and good.
Very lucky, very lucky. A special day today.
Yeah, very special to me. Winning 5 championships in a row now, European, English, and the World Championship, National Championship, now the British Championship. So very special.
It's the first time it's ever been done, isn't it?
First time it's ever been done, and also my spare car comes second with Keith Martin from Ireland, from Northern Ireland driving it. So that's another turn up for the record books as well. Both my cars come in first and second, so it's excellent.